Hello out there in cyberspace, out there in that beautiful world that we all live in. This is John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer from beautiful Chandler, Arizona. And I've got a sonnet here that maybe you'll really want to think about. Okay? The sonnet is number 1098. The name of the sonnet, Loneliness Will Kill You Just Like a Gun. Sir Bertrand Russell, I like his writing, Sir Bertrand Russell. In 1901, he was a truly terrific British writer. He had a description of loneliness that it was your soul searching for answers. No one can get inside your head. No one can really understand. It's so very difficult to accept the fact of permanent loneliness. We're all alone. Orson Welles said, "We're born alone, we die alone, and we're always alone." It's an illusion, our friendships and our close relationships with people we love. It's an illusion. We have the illusion that we're not alone, but we're alone. We're like rats in a maze. Rats in a maze desiring love, searching for companionship. We don't want to be alone. We like the solace of crowds. We flee through many relationships. We can't find the one we're looking for. Feeling so very small, looking at the stars. Mental distress. You look at the stars and you say, "Where are you?" Hey, God still cares about you. He cares about the smallest things because it's all God and He cares about you. You're so tiny in relationship to our universe. Our universe is so vast. And there's more universes than just ours. It's great stress thinking about where we are. Vous êtes nolotre. I got that on some rings I gave to my 3 daughters. They're really nice rings. And it says Vous êtes nolotre on the inside. Vous êtes nolotre is French for you and no other. It's 15th century French. You and no other. There's never been another in the history of the world like you. Individual differences, getting paid for your talents. That's capitalism, all right? And the loneliness means you've got to develop your talent because it's all inside you and God expects you to do that. Vous êtes nul autre, you and no other. You are unique among all human beings who have ever lived. Estimated at more than 90 billion human beings that were once alive. And there's only you. Vous êtes nul autre, you and no other. You're blessed with life. Their lives were sacred, as your life's moments are. Their moments are your moments now. Living a lifetime enjoying the enormous beauty of God's garden. It's so beautiful, this planet. Seeing that all things are God's miracles for His children. Despite the vastness of all the planets and stars that we can see, the height of God's universal goodness, He watches over us lovingly. Donald Robert Perry Marcus, I like him. Dates of his life, 1878 to 1937. He said that God gave us all an enormous piece of heaven right here on this earth through the Garden of Eden. We live in a paradise. And in no time at all, humanity has turned this paradise we have into a living hell. All right? We got to take care of our garden. Sinful choices have destroyed this planet. Selfishness, war, conquest, stealing other people's women, stealing their land, rapacious greed. God is testing us, and we are failing miserably. Humanity has become so depraved. The rod of justice plagues us. We must live together under law, or we will all be slain. We must work together, serving each other, overcoming our loneliness. Free spirits, cooperating, making alliances, true goodness and righteousness to each other. Joshua chapter 1 verse 9 in the Bible, Joshua, have I not commanded you? I have commanded you to obey, to be strong, to be brave, and of a good courage. Be not afraid and be not dismayed. For I am God, and I am with thee whithersoever thou goest for all time. I really like that. I've got it memorized, and so should you, that God is always with us. Yes. You got to be of a good courage. You got to be brave and not be dismayed. You got to hang in there. We're all being tested by life. Well, we can do it. We can do it. Freedom of choice. The cure of loneliness. You got to hear the silence. God walks within the silence. God's voice sublime. People are afraid of silence. You can't be afraid of silence. That's where God is. The whole universe is quiet. Mohandas Gandhi said, the only tyrant I ever listened to in the whole world is the still, small voice within me. We are never really alone. The bliss of the sounds of silence, because they're there. You've got to contemplate and think about that silence, that solitude. There's no loneliness when you're with God. Our God knows. And I'll tell you, the best advice I ever got in my life, I was really down one time, and my beautiful sainted mother, St. Julia, she grabbed me by the shoulder and she said, Wayne, John Wayne. Yes, Mom. When you have God, you don't need anybody. Bingo. That's the best advice I ever got in my life, and that's what you got to remember out there, that you can be alone, but keep those relationships going, all right? That's we're here to test ourselves with our friends and our family, all right? We're being tested to see if we're going to spread goodness and righteousness. Thank you for listening. God bless us, everyone. Au revoir, mes amis.